かつて我らの母なるダナの大地は不滅だとも言われていた。またレナは神々の住まう地、死者が憩う園だと言われていた。すべてデタラメだった。想像を絶するレナの技術、輝く甲冑に身を包んだ装甲兵、そして恐るべきズーグルの前にダナの繁栄は唐突にその終わりを告げた。300年前のこと、ダナの大地は5つに分けられ、レナの支配するところとなった。そして今、5領の一つオルブスカラグリアを治めるのは火のマスターコアを持つ無情なスピエザ。岩と砂塵に覆われた不毛の大地、絶え間ない炎がなぶるカラグリア、そしてレナの兵士に苛まれながら終わりのない苦役を重ね続ける日、己の死、ただそれのみが苦しみの終わりを告げるのだ。誰もがそう信じていた。かつては自由であったことも忘れた。
さっさとやれ。何をしている。もっと力を込めろ。石つき。
鉄仮面。
貴様。
俺が
奴隷同士、傷の舐め合いか。そんな勝手が許されるとでも。集合。第三分隊集合。さっさと行け。
待って。ありがとう、鉄仮面。
怪我はなかったか、ココル。
うん、大丈夫だよ。鉄仮面、傷が。どこに見てもらわないと。
そうか、そうだな。また毒にどやされるな。
またお前か。
すまない、毒。
謝るくらいなら最初からするな。俺 相変わらず何も思い出せんままか。
ああ、たまに例の夢を見る以外は。
顔もなければ記憶もない。おまけに痛みも感じないのにおせっかい焼きときた。難儀なやつだ。どれ。痛みを感じないと言っても傷はしっかり負うし、骨だって折れる。ほどほどにせんと気がつかないうちにあの世行きだぞ。
今日も誰かが死ぬのを見た。死体はもっとだ。
奴隷の死体なぞ、ここじゃ一番ありふれとる。
死ぬのはいつもダナだ。レナは見ているだけ。いつまでこんなことが続くんだ。どうして誰も立ち上がろうとしない。
大声を出すんじゃない。誰にわかるものか。わしに言えるのは、この300年の間にダナ人の放棄は何度もあったが、結果はお前が見ている通りだってことだけだ。さてと、これでいい。傷が開かんようしばらくはおとなしくしとけ。
ドク、あんたは何もわからない俺にここでの暮らし方を教えてくれた。それは感謝している。だけど俺は。
そう焦るな。少なくともお前はわしより若い。時節を待て。自分のことも世の中のこともだ。ぼちぼち今日の労働も終わる頃だ。腐ってないで風にでも当たってこい。奴隷にだってそのくらいの贅沢は許される。だが余計なことはするなよ。ただでさえ仮面の奴隷は目立つんだからな。
部屋に戻るか。俺は奴隷だ。皆と同じく。なのになぜ俺にはコアがないんだ。顔や記憶だって考えても仕方ないか。早く休もう。何度持ち主が変わったのかわからない寝床。今は俺が使っている。今日と同じ明日が待っている。眠ろう。作業場に行かないとな。貨物列車前の集合か。またレナのための労働の一日が始まる。死ぬまで逃れられないのか。
ぐずぐずするな奴隷ども。さっさと取りかかれ。
ガダル。いたぞジルファー。待て。
まだ見つかってないらしい。
貴様らの中で見た者はいないか。
見ていません。そんないきなり言われてもなあ。
あんたは。
あそこだ。
待て。
出して。いいから早く。
僕だ。
手間かけさせやがって。
お話ししてやりたいことは。
こうで。
でも暗いな。
落ちるなよ。鋭になり損ねた以上、貴様らはこのビエゾのために生きて死ぬ定めなのだ。分かったならさっさとシオンを俺の前に連れてこい。酒がまずくなるわ。
ご機嫌斜めですな。オルブス・カラグリアスルド・エルボルゼ卿、いやビエゾと呼ばせているのでしたな、失敬。
ガナベルとファルキリス、何用だ？
何やらお足元が騒がしいようでしたのでな。同じ駿土のよしみ、何かお手伝いできることはないかと思ったまで。
心にもないことを抜かしおるわ。こそこそと嗅ぎ回りおって。
これは下に過去2度も駿土の座につきながら王に届かなかった御身だ。あるいは難渋しているのではと思ったのですが。
うせろ！貴様の知ったことではないわ。
こたびの鋭ぶりがは常にない速さで進行している。結果が出るのもそう先のことではありますまい。
その時を楽しみにしておれ。今日この会は忘れまいぞ。
同感ですな。では失礼。
ここは。
気がついた？
あんたは？
ティルザよ。紅のカラスの医務担当。ここは私たちの隠れ家。
紅のカラス？
あら、聞いたことない？抵抗組織よ、ダナ人のね。光目どもに一泡吹かせるのが仕事。
ダナの抵抗組織？そんなものがあったのか？
あったのよね。少しは有名になってきたと思ってたんだけど。むしろ私はあなたの噂を聞いたことがあるわよ、鉄仮面さん。その仮面外れないんでしょ？
ああ、なぜつけているのかもわからないんだ。俺と一緒にいた女性は？
ああ、ずいぶん変わった子よね。今ジルファが尋問しているはずよ、牢屋で。
牢屋？どうして？
だって気になるなら行ってみたら？
牢屋で？尋問だって。何がどうなってる？よ、確かめないと。
やっぱりだ。ちょっと触っただけでこんな雷にでも打たれたみたいに。
何をしているんだ！
目が覚めたか？
何なんだこれは。彼女が一体。
黙ってろ。本人の意思に関係なく触れた者に激痛を与えるか。毒や精霊術とも違う。これが駿土の兵がお前を追う理由か。数日前、急にビエゾの周囲が慌ただしくなった。探ってみたところ、繰り返し茨という言葉に出くわした。そこに触れることのできないお前だ。
あんたのことが何一つ分かってないわけじゃないんだぜ。シオン・アイメリス。
今の名前。じゃあ彼女は？
なんだ、気づいてなかったのか。そうだよ、この女は名字を持っている。つまりレナってことさ。敵だよ。
だけど彼女はレナの兵隊に追われてて、だから俺は。
そこが俺たちも知りたいところさ。まあ、着てるものを別とすりゃダナとレナの見てくれの違いなんざ目が光るかどうかくらいだしな。だろ、光ね。
精霊術も使えない石付きが偉そうに。
俺たちは石付きじゃない。見ろ、お前らに埋め込まれた石はどこにある？あるものか。お前らと戦うと決めた時、俺たちは自らえぐり取ったんだ。この傷跡にかけて俺たちは必ずお前らレナを。
レアズ、確かに俺たちダナは精霊術を使えないが、お前のその茨もここから逃げる役には立ちそうにないな。
周りを痛がらせるだけとはまったく大した能力だぜ。
違う。こんな呪いが私の能力のものか。
呪い？
まあいい。いずれにせよお前にビエゾが執着する何かがある。それを確かめるまでは。
敵襲だ。
ここも嗅ぎつけられた。手はず通り脱出だ。急げ。彼女も移せ。抵抗するようなら長い棒か槍を使え。
分かった。
おい鉄仮面、悪いが自力でうまいこと逃げろ。
あんたはどうするんだ？
客を出迎える。無駄死にするなよ。
ほら早く。
妙な真似はするなよ。
敵襲だ！敵襲？レナの兵隊が来たのか？出口に向かおう。早く脱出しないと。戦えるやつは武器を取れ！どうしてここがバレたんだ？俺の知らないところでずっとこんな戦いが繰り広げられていたのか。
止まれ。なんだダナか。おい、ここにレナ人がいたはずだ。今どこにいる？
それは
さっさと答えろ。お前もハントの一味なのだろうが。
答えるとでも思ってるのか？
なんだこの一式。レナの装甲兵に挑む気か。終わらないなら死ね。
やるしかない。本物の戦いだがやってやる。おとなしくやられてたまるか。はい、次。はい、決めてやる。あげろ。投げろ。どこだ。どういうと。くれ。はあ。くれ。やっと当たれ。決めてやる。勝った。レナの装甲兵相手にやるぞ。絶対に生き延びてみせる。やるしかない。
あの顔しか。
はい、当たれ。終わりだ。はい、当たれ。終わりだ。くれ。当たれ。やっとはあ。昇竜とあげろ。はあ。やっと次決めた。やっとはあ。投げ払う。昇竜とどこだ。はい、どこだ。当たれ。決めてやる。くれ。当たれ。決めてやる。やっと終わりだ。どこだ。決めて。やっと次。はあ。投げ払う。やっと次決めてやる。昇竜とはい。決めてやる。くれ。当たれ。終わりだ。くれ。打ち込め。はあ。あげろ。 退けはしたが、
反逆者シロンビメル・アイメリス大もスルド・ビエゾ閣下の名のもとに拘束する。武器を捨てろ。
ここまで来てあなた何を考えてるの？装甲兵相手に。
うるさい。今のうちにさっさと逃げればいいだろう。
飛んでいろ、奴隷。我らレナの問題に首を突っ込むな。
お前、
二人がかりの方が確実よ。それにダナ人に借りを作る気もないわ。
勝手にしろ。
いいか、私の判断で動く。くれぐれも邪魔にならないで。
こっちは不慣れなんだ。約束なんてできるもんか。終わりだ。終わりだ。勝利だ。次終わりだ。決めてやる。
行くわよ。なぜ私を助けたの？ダナ人がレナ人を憎む理由はあっても助ける理由はないはずよ。
俺だってレナは嫌いだ。ただ他の連中ほどじゃないってだけで。
何？
以前にどこかで会ったことはないか？
あいにくダナ人に知り合いはいないわ。
そうか。だよな。俺は自分の過去を覚えていないんだ。顔もこのありさまで何の手がかりもない。
それで私が何か知っていると思ったわけ？顔もわからないのに。
ああ、そうだよ。だからあんたを助けたのもただの俺の都合さ。それにどうせ俺は傷の痛みも感じないしな。
痛み？あなた痛みを感じないの？
ああ、痛みも顔も記憶もない。自分が奴隷だってこと以外俺には何もないんだ。
名前は？それもわからないの？
鉄仮面。俺を拾ってくれた人がそう名付けたんだ。本当の名前があるってことを忘れないようにって。
そう。
今度はどこに行く気だ？
外よ。そのために戦ったばかりじゃない。気を引き締めていくわよ。
生き延びたようだな。逃げたと聞いて待っていたが、鉄仮面と一緒とはな。お互いまだ装甲兵に捕まるわけにはいかん身だ。ついてくるなら手間が省ける。
あんたの仲間は？
この先にいる。俺たちも行くぞ。
動くな、反逆者ども。
隠れが一つ遅うがこれだけの戦力を差し向けるとはな。
裏切り者を捕らえろ。他は皆殺しだ。
危ない。シオン！シオン！
剣どうして。
あれはマスターコア、自分に埋め込んでいたのか。もういい、あれを奪い返せば殺しても構わん。突撃！
大丈夫か。
その手。
ああ、痛みを感じない体で助かった。
痛みがない。おい、そうなのか。
動かないで。これが私の精霊術よ。
使い手をも焼く炎の剣とそれを癒す治癒の術。痛みを感じない男と触れると痛い女か。
ありがとう、シオン。
さてと、敵の残党が体勢を立て直す前にさっさと突破するか。鉄仮面、お前も来るか。
もちろんだ。ここまで来て一人帰るなんてありえない。
私を解放する気はなさそうね。
気の毒だがな。一緒に来てもらう。
なら一つ言っておくわ。あの炎の剣は私が許さない限り使えないわよ。
それには及ばん。あの一撃を逃れた奴はそう多くなさそうだからな。
あの炎の剣の力、スルドに匹敵するかも。いえ、もしかしたらそれ以上の。
本当に大丈夫なのか。
何の話？
傷だ。敵の攻撃がまともに当たっただろう。それにあの炎。
当たったのはマスターコアのところだから何ともないわ。炎も熱くはなかった。多分精霊力が形をなす過程だったから。それを言うならあなたは本当に痛みがないのね。
信じてなかったのか。
そういうわけじゃないわ。手に大やけどを負って平然としているのを見て改めて実感したというだけ。皮肉なものね。触れたもの全てに痛みをもたらす私が同じ痛みをもたらす剣を使うことができないなんて。
自分も痛みを感じなければって思うのか。気づかないうちに指が燃え落ちるかもしれないんだぞ。
だから何？いいこと。私には力が必要なの。今まで見てきた中であの炎の剣より強力なものなんてなかった。
目的が果たせれば自分がどうなってもいいっていうのか。
知ったような口聞かないで。
俺には分からない。そんな自分で自分を捨て駒扱いみたいにするなんて、奴隷が強いられてきたことを望んでするなんて。
グラニード城、このカラグリアを支配するスルド、リエゾの居城よ。
こんな位置から見たのは初めてだ。
あの城、そしてあそこにそびえる炎の門、あれこそがまさしく俺たちの打ち壊すべき壁だ。あれがある限り俺たちに自由はない。
自
由。行くぞ。
Be careful. If you get close to a Zoogle, they'll attack. Don't go charging off like that!
Only getting started!
I'll run you through! See ya! Don't let them form a pack!
We turn the tables on
There!
him.
There are still more left!
I'm on it!
Right. No time to hold back. Escape! Swallow blade!
Clear the ray!
I'm on it! See ya!
It's over!
I'm not done! Rising Wyvern!
I'm on it! Mirage! See ya!
Again!
I'm on
Never
it! Everything's coming up, Zephyr!
Can you even see out of that thing? Like, at all?
Of course I can. How else do you think I managed to avoid tripping everywhere I go?
What is that thing anyway? It doesn't look like anything Dan and I've ever seen.
Beats me. I don't remember anything about my past. When I came to, I was already wearing it. If I could get it off, I would. Damn thing makes it hard to eat. And I can't scratch my face when it itches. It's the worst.
Honestly, I'm just impressed you've managed to survive this long looking like that. I'm sure you attract attention wherever you go.
Most of the other Danans don't pay it any mind. It's in everyone's best interest to just keep their heads down, focus on their work, and pretend they don't notice.
What about the Renan soldiers? Didn't they notice?
The guards? They're more the kill first, ask questions later type. Be in the wrong place or step out of line and you're dead. Mask or no mask. That said, as long as you keep your head down and don't cause trouble, they mostly ignore you. Honestly, sometimes they don't look all that keen to stir up trouble themselves. A friend of mine said it's because if they kill us without a good reason, it could delay the work and put them behind schedule. At that point, it'd be their necks on the line. You should know more about all that than me, though, right?
I don't serve any of the lords. But I see what you mean. After 3 centuries of Renan rule without much upheaval, it's possible the soldiers might be losing their edge. All this trouble we've caused might be the first excitement they've had in a while.
Well, I don't plan on getting killed for their amusement.
Don't fight any enemies you can otherwise avoid, all right?
Makes sense. If we try to take them all on, there'll be no end in sight.
You sure? Won't hear me complaining. Don't get careless!
Don't tell me!
You're mine!
I'm on it!
I'll bring you back from death's abyss!
Talon sword! Tusk cannon! Circle and bring them down!
Not done yet! Let's cut our losses!
What a weird stone.
I sense a strange power from it. We should gather as many as we can find.
Let's stop a moment to catch our breath.
But I've barely worked up a sweat.
Speak for yourself. What do you want, a medal? Doesn't look like we're being followed. Fail to grab these rare moments of quiet when you can. You'll end up regretting it later.
You're the boss.
Normally, we should take turns standing guard. But this first time, I'll watch over things so you two can rest easy.
I've never just sat and watched a fire like this before. It's surprisingly soothing.
Well, aren't you getting comfortable? You realize there are still Zeugles prowling around out here, right?
Ah, don't be a spoil sport. It's important to let your mind and spirit...
Zephyr, why aren't you concerned about who I am?
You feeling left out, son?
No, it's not that. But...
You said you wanted to fight so that you can live a free man. At this point, that's all that matters. Even if it somehow turned out you were a Renan, it wouldn't be such a big deal.
A Renan?
Until we know who you are, we can't rule anything out. Besides, we've already got Shion with us. At this point, what's one more Renan as long as they're on our side?
So you don't see every Renan as an enemy?
Our goal isn't to hunt down and kill all Renans. We only arm ourselves as much as we need to set ourselves free. If you can believe it, not every Danon agrees with what we're doing either.
Are you saying we have enemies among the Danons?
Not quite. They're just not up for rebelling, per se. The thing you have to remember is that everyone has their own path to walk.
I'm not sure I understand.
That's okay. Just focus on what we have to do right now. However, the time will come when you'll need to decide what to do for yourself.
How come you don't have a scar on your hand?
A scar? What do you mean?
The Crimson Crows all tore off their own spirit cores, right? But your hand doesn't show any signs of ever having a core like theirs. Why not?
I don't know. I don't remember anything about myself from before Doc found me.
Seriously? You have that mask, you don't feel any pain, and you just happen to know how to fight with a sword? No way. You must remember something.
I'm not lying if that's what you think. Believe me, I wish I knew who the hell I am. But I don't. It's funny how I didn't have any time for soul-searching while digging up rocks in a mine.
Still.
Are you saying you've told us everything about yourself?
Zephyr.
It's bad manners to pry when you've got plenty to hide yourself.
You're not gonna ask me about my past too?
Only when I think it's necessary. You're a real man of mystery, I'll admit. That said, I'm not one to dig around in someone's business just out of curiosity. If you remember something and feel like sharing, you're free to do so. For now, I think that's good enough.
Right. Thank you.
So this whole you not feeling pain thing, is that for real?
Why would I lie about it? And why would you care anyway?
No, it's just... you know, I can't imagine what it's like, that's all.
As a slave, I'd say it has its advantages and disadvantages.
Oh?
On the upside, when Renan soldiers push me around, I hardly flinch. The downside's that I get injured without even noticing. Which means I could be knocking on death's door and not even realize it.
Really?
Sure. I may be numb to pain, but it doesn't make me immortal or anything. Still, I wouldn't have noticed any of this if someone hadn't pointed it out to me. If not for my fellow slaves, I'd be long dead, lying in a ditch somewhere.
A Master Core, huh? Now I see. So that's why Balsef's cronies were so desperate to catch her.
Is that what it's called? The jewel in her chest?
Oh, right. You don't remember a damn thing, do you? Fair enough. I guess it's time to fill you back in. Tell me, you ever wonder why we Danons are made to work ourselves to the bone, day in, day out?
Well, when you put it like that, I always just assumed we were mining resources for them.
And don't you think it'd be quicker if they used all that high-powered tech they have? Why go to all the trouble of relying on weak human labor? Listen, what the Renans are really after isn't resources or minerals. It's astral energy. They're harvesting the astral energy that sleeps inside all matter in life forms. And they're doing it the same way they have for the past 300 years, using us Danons as mere siphons.
Right. They have machines for minerals, but extracting from Danons requires spirit cores. Any astral energy collected passes through a spirit vessel on its way to being stored in a master core.
But why go to the trouble of collecting all this energy in the first place? Do they really need all that juice just to use astral arts?
It determines the Sovereign.
Sovereign? Is that the Renan ruler?
Exactly. 5 lords, each doing whatever it takes to gather as much astral energy as they can and store it in their master cores. Whichever of them manages to accumulate the most power at the end of their contest is crowned the ruler of the Renan motherland. A new crown contest, as they call it, is held every decade or so.
So you see, the Master Cores are the receptacles in which the Lords store their power. And we Danans are sacrificed, so the Renans can choose their new ruler.
That's insane! You're telling me that's what our people have been dying for this whole time?
Relax, hero. You're not the only one who's bent out of shape about the whole thing. There are 2 things that I haven't been able to get my head around yet. What business would a Renan have stealing a Master Core? And what's the deal with that blazing sword?
I think the sword is a physical manifestation of the Master Core's astral energy. As for why it took the shape of a sword, well, I don't know any more than you do. Honest.
And that stuff about needing your permission to use it? What was that about?
I'm the only one of us who can control the Master Core to some extent. Without me to adjust the flow of astral energy, the sword can't take a physical form.
What do you want out of this? You may be one of them, but you don't strike me as the ruthless oppressor type.
I'm going to take down all of the lords.
Never thought I'd say this, but I like the cut of your jib, Renan. Very well. As far as we're concerned, the struggle continues either way. And with that sword on our side, our chances of victory just increased. That is, of course, assuming we can count the 2 of you in.
Fine by me. After all, it sounds like we're after the same thing anyway.
Honestly, I'm still a little confused by all this. But if it's a choice between this or going back to being a slave, then I choose to fight.
Then it's settled. Together, we'll overthrow the Renan Lords. And first up on that chopping block is Balsef, the wild beast. Sound good?
I've gotta hurry.
We have another secret hideout in Ulzebek, not far from here. We should be able to meet up with our comrades there.
I hate camping out. Cut it out. Didn't anyone ever tell you it's rude to stare?
I know I already asked you this, but are you sure we haven't met somewhere before?
What's so hard to understand? I'm Renan, you're Danan. There's no way. Besides, I'm from Lenegis. Trust me, wherever you were before you lost your memory, we've never crossed paths.
Lenegis? You mean the same Lenegis that's up in the sky? I've heard it called the Renan's Castle, but I never imagined people actually lived up there.
Well then, where did you think we all lived? Didn't you see the Renan Lords descend for the crown contest?
And how long ago was that?
Well, the current contest started 7 years ago, so...
Then I wouldn't remember.
Just how far back do you remember?
About a year, give or take. That's how long ago Doc found me.
1 year. Then no. I'm sorry, but there really is no way we could have met.
Guess not.
you all on!
Magna Ray!
Flash! Swallow blade!
That is coming!
One more!
Talon
Magna
Storm!
Ray!
Cut it, cannon! How's this? See ya!
You're mine!
Talon Storm! Cut
Magna
cannon!
Ray! There!
You're mine! You're
Magna Ray!
finished! Here I come! You're finished! I've still got a ways to go!
This is...
Seems you found something good. Supplies like that are valuable. Never overlook them.
Got it. I'll remember that.
We should be able to eat this. Whenever you find some, make sure to grab it.
It's edible, huh? Good to know.
Definitely. What could this be?
That is one enormous stray.
I don't think we can take it right now.
We've almost made it to Ulzebek. Normally I don't pick on the weak. Don't go charging off like that.
You're mine!
Here's a healing art!
It's over!
First aid!
Mirage!
Guess we gotta roll with it.
It's over!
Talon Storm!
Here I come!
Cut cannon!
You're finished!
Take it! Got you!
Mirage!
How's this?
You're
See ya!
mine! You're
Talon
finished!
Storm!
It's over!
You're mine! It's over! Rising Wyvern!
I'm sure I can put this to use.
Right, here goes!
I'm
Rising
getting
Wyvern!
started.
I'm on it! Take this! Mirage! It's over!
Magna Ray!
Slice!
Take it!
Rising Wyvern!
Magna Ray!
Mirage! You're mine! It's over!
Take it!
Here I come!
Still got
It's
some energy
over.
left?
Need you ask?
Glad to hear it.
Finished!
In that
Here I
case,
go.
cover
Rising
it.
I'm
Wyvern!
only getting started!
Mirage!
Whoa, take a look at that.
No choice! Take it!
Here I go! It's over!
You're mine! You're finished!
Here's a healing art!
Returning shield!
One more!
You're mine!
Magna
It's
Ray!
over! Rising Wyvern! Mirage!
Talon Storm!
Here, let me help you!
Cannon!
I'm not done!
This is it! Dig deep!
Here I go!
Easier said than
Magna
done.
Ray!
No excuses! This is up to us! You're surrounded! Just stay calm!
Here's a healing art!
Rising Wyvern! Mirage!
Magna Ray!
Here I come! It's over! Take this! You're finished!
Here's a healing art!
Try harder!
First aid!
That was almost too easy.
What could this be? Woohoo!
That's an unusual bird.
It's an owl. They're often used as a symbol to represent ancient Dana.
Okay, people, this is it. Ulzebek.
No sign of any Renan guardsmen.
The Renans aren't as populous as the Danans. Probably figure stationing guards in a place like this would be a waste of precious manpower.
So this is where the next safe house is?
Yes. The last place they'd think to look for enemies is on their own doorstep.
That is, assuming anyone actually made it here before us.
Zephyr! Looks like we needn't have worried. Come on.
Should this really be here?
Zephyr, you made it! See? I told you there's no way Zephyr would have kicked the bucket.
Fine, you were right. So, what's the plan?
Well, we've got an ace up our sleeve and the enemy's in disarray. I say we strike while the iron's hot.
So we're finally going head-to-head with Balsef.
That's right. We can't afford to mess this up. It's now or never.
Then now it is! We've all been waiting for this day for far too long!
Leave the plan to me. In the meantime... yeah, you two need to do something about your outfits.
I have just the thing for your size. Stay right there, okay? Ta-da! I told you, it fits like a dream. I'm afraid we don't have any Renan clothing. I could find you some Danan outfits. But something tells me you'd rather pass.
Is this really that important?
In case you need reminding, I'm here because our interests overlapped. Nothing more. At no point did I say I've given up being a Renan. Now, let's play nice. How about you ask Nate and see what he says? He's our one-stop shop for info around here. With any luck, he might just know something.
Try to be careful not to stand out too much. You're the only Renan around here, you know.
I know. I was just thinking about how communal it feels here, even though it's only supposed to be slave quarters.
Huh? Oh, yeah. When you put it like that, I guess it is different from heavily patrolled Mosgul. Were you expecting something more depressing?
It's likely a sign that Balsef doesn't think you guys can do anything to him.
What?
I mean, if Balsef thought the Crimson Crows actually posed a threat to him, you'd figure he'd be trying harder to suppress them.
You... No. You're probably right about that. All of the other Danans that aren't with the Crimson Crows accept the Renan's rule as simply a fact of life. From the day we're born. No, probably even before that. It's been drilled into us that the only purpose our lives have is to help select the next sovereign.
If they don't like the status quo, then they should fight it. Otherwise, they're endorsing it either way.
I see it differently, but that's just me. Speaking of Renans, do all of them think about things the way you do?
I won't deny that among my fellow Renans, power and status are everything. However, that isn't what this is about for me. I have something I need to do, and I'll do whatever it takes, and use whoever and whatever I need in order to get the job done. To hell with power.
I